Well, the Gilas Pilipinas women's under-16 made one of the best Division B runs in FIBA Asian Championship history. Now, the team swept all their opponents in the eliminations and kept that unblemished record all the way to the finals. And with that, the Philippines has been promoted to Division A in the under-16 tournament, now joining the likes of China and Japan. Now with us are the girls who made it all possible: Alicia Palma, Ryan Nair, Navea Smith, and the mastermind, Coach Pat Aquino. Coach, girls, welcome to the game. Really appreciate you all being here.
And congratulations.
Congratulations.
Foremost.
Crazy.
I know we're all freezing in the studio, but congratulations.
The jackets look a lot warmer than what we're wearing. Coach Pat, first of all, could you describe this group of girls? A lot of them are really young. I know it's an under-16 competition, but the girl beside you is 14. I mean, you take a look at the age ranges, just how did it all come together?
Well, I've been going to the States, recruiting every now and then. And with the help of Film Nation, we had selected this group of players, just to represent under-16. And when you say under-16, it's the new program, not really a new program, but it's the start of a program for FIBA. And after this, you go to U18 and then you go to U19 and the senior division. So we started with this group. They've been practicing 3 weeks in the States,
right,
and then another 3 weeks here in Manila, then before going to Jordan. So we never thought, it's just, we play the game, show how we play the game, and we're just so happy that, they competed, and this is what we call yung tinatawag na gilas and puso.
Yeah.
They all showed it up,
Right.
and so happy about it.
And we'll talk about that tournament and how you guys went about your business a little later on. We want to talk about some of the foundations first in the formation of the team. You talked about it, Coach Pat, before we get to the girls. What were you looking for, you and Coach I and everybody else? What were you looking for when you were selecting the girls? Of course, Ryan was part of the team already last year, and Ava, if I'm not mistaken. The rest are all brand new.
Yeah, well, for the program to restart again, we need more shooters. I think that's one thing that we compromise with the other coaches, that all the players can shoot, all the players can dribble, definitely, but exceptional shooting powers. And I think we did that, and we're making this another program. They have to play defense. Most of the shooters, if you wouldn't comment on it, but they won't play defense. Just they shoot that ball. But these girls, they definitely have those characteristics and a talent about playing the game. So these are the girls that made its history.
Absolutely. Alicia, you're coming in as a 14-year-old in an under-16 competition. Could you describe to us what that first practice was like, being amongst these girls and knowing that you're going to represent the Philippines?
Well, it was first off, I was injured first practice, the first week of training, and it was kind of it felt nice being in the environment, surrounded by knowing that I'm playing with I'm representing the Philippines with a bunch of younger girls who are similar in my age. And I was kind of scared, but I knew that I'm there for a reason, and if I'm there, I had to show off and make my point.
Ryan, to do it again, must be a great feeling, the chance for redemption after last year. Can you tell us about the emotions of getting the call up again and being only one of two members to be part of the team again?
I definitely was really lucky to have this opportunity again, because most girls, the next tournament isn't until 2025, so most girls won't have the chance to be in it again. So it was just a great sense of fulfillment and satisfaction that I got to complete the job that I started last year.
Well, Navea, you take a look at this group and the results speak for themselves. It was just blowout after blowout. The Philippines did what we all came out to enjoy. You take a look at the squad. At what point did you realize that this group could do something special?
Well, back at the States, when we were training, I knew that we were really good. And then once we got to Manila, we started to get it together. And when we started playing tune-up games, I knew that we were clicking. And so we were able to keep up really well with colleges, so once we like got out there, I knew we could do it.
Alicia, what were your own personal expectations as being part of the team, and then eventually when things are already starting to ramp up in terms of your preparations, where do you when you thought about it, where do you think ranking and going into that group stage?
Going to the tournament, I knew that like we were like probably one of the best teams. Though we were undersized, we still have like really good skills because we were really versatile. We all could shoot, play defense, finish, and like that was like one of like the key factors of like us winning because we all like contributed in like our different ways, which really helped in the finals.
Ryan, as mentioned, you were one of two who actually have the experience to represent the Philippines in this particular tournament. How did you take that in your role, trying to make sure that everyone felt that they belonged and understood what it meant to represent the Philippines?
Yeah, so I just used last year as a learning experience and used it to help lead this team, bring us together, keep us together, even if we were, having a rough practice, or try to pick everyone's energy up and make sure everyone knew that they're important to this team and that they're here for a reason.
Coach, we have time for one last question just before we get to our next segment. I want to know, we always talk about this with other guests, when you find out the pool and the competition, you draw Hong Kong, among others. Jordan, of course, was in there. What were your expectations already, kayo nila Coach I, when you saw the competition of the three teams in the group?
Well, when you go to a competition like this, it's always going to be hard, especially
regardless
anything,
right.
When even though it's Hong Kong or whatever, because they're bringing the best all the time. So we try to prepare what's with the team, what's the concept of the team, what is composed of the team, and try to make them bring out the competitiveness of everybody. So when you get there, try to do your best all the time and represent your country well.
Coach, we're gonna make this studio a bit more crowded in just a few moments because we have the rest of the team coming on.
They're here?
Next. They're here.
Are they?
Right,
Really?
I'm looking
wow.
across their shoulders right now, and they're right back there.
Awesome.
I'm excited to have them over.
Right, for the next segment, definitely. Now, after the break,